Scarface Al Capone may have built it, and nobody knows what's in it. Some say money. Some say bodies. Some say it's booby trap, and we're going to open it. What secret lies inside? It may be Scarface Al Capone's biggest secret.
On April 21st, 1986, the world held its breath as one of the most anticipated television events took place: Geraldo Rivera's live broadcast of the opening of Al Capone's vault. It was hyped as the moment where the secrets of one of the most notorious gangsters in history would finally be revealed. Millions of viewers tuned in, eagerly waiting to see what treasures, secrets, or even bodies might be hidden in the mysterious vault located under the Lexington Hotel in Chicago.
Now let's return to memories of other crimes from another era. John Drummond is at the Lexington Hotel, where efforts to solve a gangster mystery apparently have fizzled. John?
Don, it was the biggest excavation since archaeologists dug up King Tut's tomb years ago, but the bottom line here tonight in front of the old Lexington was that
once a haven for the infamous crime lord Al Capone, but when the vault was blasted open, the world was left shocked by what was, and more importantly, what wasn't found. Al Capone, born in 1899, was a legendary gangster whose criminal empire dominated the Chicago underworld during Prohibition. From bootlegging alcohol to running violent rackets, Capone was a larger-than-life figure whose empire raked in millions. Yet, despite his infamy, much of Capone's wealth and operations remained a mystery, adding to his mystique. After his conviction for tax evasion in 1931 and his release from prison due to his deteriorating health, Capone's life began to fade into history. But the fascination with his legacy didn't end with his death in 1947. For decades, rumors persisted about hidden caches of bootleg liquor, money, or even hidden bodies that Capone had stashed away during his reign.
discovered in the basement of the old Lexington Hotel, which once served as the headquarters of the Capone mob. The moment of truth came earlier this evening when workmen using dynamite blew up the brick and concrete wall that had been billed as Capone's secret vault. Workmen found plenty of dirt and rubble, but little of value.
You never know yet, it may be in here.
Although two souvenir hunters recovered empty bottles of Prohibition-era hooch.
And so, in 1986, when construction workers in Chicago discovered a sealed vault beneath the Lexington Hotel, a hotel Capone had frequented, it seemed like the perfect opportunity to finally uncover the secrets of the notorious gangster. To make this moment even more compelling, Geraldo Rivera, a controversial television personality and reporter known for his sensational style, was selected to host the live event. His job was to excavate the vault, revealing what lay hidden beneath the hotel that had served as Capone's base of operations. 30 million viewers tuned in, eager for the promised treasure or evidence that would provide a new chapter to Capone's story. The anticipation was palpable as Rivera's team made preparations to crack open the vault with dynamite, a dramatic touch that promised high-stakes television. The big moment finally arrived. As the dynamite exploded, the camera zoomed in on the rubble as workers began to carefully sift through the debris. The tension was thick, and viewers were on the edge of their seats. What could possibly be in Capone's vault? The possibilities were endless. Piles of gold coins, secret ledgers, or even bodies, all of which would add to the already legendary tale of the gangster.
There were no bodies, no Capone loot, no Capone swag, and no cases of gin or Scotch whiskey.
We used 2 sticks of 60% dynamite. We probably could have worked a little faster if we would have used 3 sticks. But we wanted to keep the charge down because there was there's some gas mains out in the street, there's some water mains, and there's some other things. So we wanted a very careful, controlled charge.
But after all the explosive drama, what was actually found inside the vault? To the shock and disappointment of the worldwide audience, there was nothing of value. Instead of discovering hidden treasures or long-lost gangland loot, the vault yielded only dirt, rubble, and a few old bottles, some of which were thought to be from the Prohibition era. The most interesting finds? Empty bottles of booze, including one that Rivera insisted could have been bathtub gin, an ironic nod to the illegal alcohol Capone was so notorious for smuggling during Prohibition. As the camera panned over the uneventful contents of the vault, a sense of embarrassment hung in the air. The long-awaited excavation had turned into an anticlimax, leaving both Rivera and his viewers feeling deflated. With a forced smile, Rivera apologized to the audience and expressed his disbelief that no hidden fortune had been discovered. While the outcome of the vault opening was a huge letdown, the television special itself became a historic moment in the world of broadcasting. It may have lacked the treasure viewers had hoped for, but it became the highest-rated syndicated broadcast in television history at the time, attracting a staggering 30 million viewers. The failed treasure hunt became infamous, and Rivera's career, while briefly embarrassed by the failure, was ultimately boosted by the event. Rivera went on to host his own daytime talk show and continued to carve a niche for himself in the world of sensational television. In fact, the program marked the beginning of a new era in television, one that embraced dramatic live events and tabloid-style sensationalism, a formula that would dominate much of television in the years to come. The failure of the Capone vault reveal didn't just change Rivera's career, it also changed how television specials were made. The dramatic buildup and the letdown of the vault's emptiness turned into a cultural commentary on the growing trend of television stunts. Rivera himself would later reflect on the outcome in his autobiography, Exposing Myself.
One of those on hand tonight was Cook County Medical Examiner Dr. Robert Stein. He was at the hotel in case any bodies were discovered in the rubble.
Really, I had a lot of reservations prior to my coming down here. I think it's an interesting experience. I expected to find nothing, which we found.
Where he admitted the special had been a silly, high-concept stunt, but one that ultimately launched him into a whole new phase of his career. The mystery of what Capone left behind in his vault became symbolic of the larger-than-life persona that Capone had built for himself. Even though the vault revealed nothing more than dirt and old bottles, the mystery itself was just as captivating as any treasure could have been. It symbolized the elusive nature of Capone's life, his hidden riches, underworld empire, and public persona. The fact that the vault contained so little played into the myth of Capone, further cementing his reputation as a man who lived in the shadows, with secrets locked away for eternity. In the years following the special, the Lexington Hotel was demolished in 1995, as repeated attempts to renovate it failed. But the mystique of the hotel, Capone's supposed treasure, and the vault opening would live on in pop culture. The event was parodied in numerous shows and even referenced in popular films. Despite the empty vault, the mystery surrounding Capone's life and the events of the vault opening are still referenced today. The legend of Capone, his supposed fortune, and his criminal empire have remained subjects of intrigue, and the opening of his vault, although disappointing, only served to enhance the public's fascination with this infamous gangster. While the event didn't uncover hidden wealth or long-lost bodies, the vault itself serves as a powerful metaphor for how history and myth intertwine. Capone's legacy is wrapped in layers of legend, with each passing generation adding to the mystery of who he was and what he may have left behind. The vault, and the failed attempt to uncover its secrets, became another chapter in the never-ending saga of Al Capone, whose real treasures, mystique, legend, and infamy were found not in his vault, but in the stories told about him. In the end, the most valuable thing found in the vault wasn't a criminal fortune, but a lesson in media hype, cultural mythology, and the nature of storytelling.